Hello folks, I'm Captain Roger Bump here of JacksonvilleFishingTrips.com. I'm a local fishing guide right here in Jacksonville, Florida. I also write the weekend forecast for Florida sportsmen on the web in regions. Northeast region is what I write for. And if you want to look for your weekend forecast, check that on the web. Today, I want to shoot this video because I recently wrote an article in Florida Sportsman page 16, this is the March issue, on the free rig. And this is a rig that I believe is going to become one of the more popular rigs in saltwater fishing. It's not the popular rig today, but it's going to be. And today I'm basically just going to give you the basics on how to rig it. We're going to have to do more than one video because there's a lot to this rig. Number one is the weight. This is called a free rig weight, and it's long, slender. This is the ones I like, and it's got a swivel in it with a small eyelet, and that eyelet is able to slide up and down the line, which gives its name free rig. Now in saltwater, a lot of us like to use a knot for a leader, so I put a bead between that free rig weight and that knot to keep it from hanging up. This knot kind of slid past the knot, but it'll keep that from sliding from that knot. And then you don't have to, but I put another small bead right here where the hook is. Now with the free rig, everybody has their favorite hooks, and the good thing about the free rig is you can use any hook out there made. So if you want to use a weedless hook, or you want to use a size 2 hook, or a number 4/0 hook, or whatever hook you want to use, you can use any hook on this. Now my personal preference, I got a number 4, I think, or a number 2, and that's a kale hook. I just use a kale hook. And the Japanese made this rig for finesse fishing because it is a slender, tungsten's a small weight, very slender, they don't see it much. And it's able to freely get away from that bait. And then when you're reeling it in or something, it'll come up to it, but it's still, it gives so much more action, they don't really pay attention to that too much. Another thing is, this weight, unlike other weights, when it falls, it goes straight down, where like a jig head or something may swim off. So if you're throwing around pylons and you want to get very precision, this is the weight. If you want to get it right down that pylon, this is the weight, free rig. So I rig all my baits nose hook, and I just kind of do something like that. And what that weight does, it adds a keel and keeps that bait swimming straight. If you choose to straight retrieve it, a lot of guys straight retrieve it, or if you want to shake it, or if you want to drag it, or you want to burn it, you can do just about anything with this thing. And that's a great thing about this rig, and that's why it's going to make it so popular, is because you can do so many things with this rig. Use any hook, like I said, and go from a little micro bait and get the maximum action out of it, and then switch to a larger bait. A curly tail or a little crappie grub. And because you're using an 1/8 to 1/4 ounce weight, you can cast that little crappie grub a mile away and get maximum action out of it. Those Japanese were something else when they thought of it. They really innovated on this one. But hopefully today this will get you started. If you can get some of these weights, just tie you a simple rig with the beads and just try it out with some of your grubs. I use some paddle tails. I've had success. I like the curly tails. I really like the micro size paddle tails, the crappie grubs, and then I believe I also have tubes. Nice thing about a tube is now, since you're not using a jig head and I'm nose hooking it on the hollow tubes, I can stuff something in there like a fish bites, or I can put a rattle in there. and put it in there, and it's not going to be unhinged. And when these fish, because it's got more action, they inhale that bait. They inhale it. So you're going to get a lot more bites on this. So hopefully that's a good introduction. And next time we'll shoot a video and we'll go a little further on hooks and kind of targeting certain species, because you can definitely target a certain species with this free rig and go a little further than any other rig. Thank you for watching, and wait for the next video. Thank you.